welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and we're here today for another full review episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know what we're gonna do. You just know. Eiregold, Irish whiskey. So Eiregold is Irish for Ireland. Now, please also understand that it's not just Ireland. It is the Republic of Ireland. Just like when you speak of the United States of America, it's the whole thing. You can be cute. You can say it's the States. Some of us do. You can say it's the US. It's the USA. It's America. It's America. Whatever it may be, just understand that it's not just Ireland. It is the Republic of Ireland. And we're not even going to get on the subject of Northern Ireland right now because it's still kind of a sore subject. Anywho, so here you have the Eiregold Irish Whiskey Special Reserve Single Grain and Single Malt Irish Whiskey. I did actually get the mash bill percentage ran down. It is 80% single grain with 20% single malt. And I've been told it goes great with ginger ale. I have not had that yet. I sort of skipped out on that part to have that before the full review. But anywho, 40% alcohol by volume. This is a bourbon cask matured, triple distilled, which is basically typical for an Irish whiskey. On the back, you have, it's made in Cork County, Hyde Irish Whiskey, Hibernia Distillery. Yeah, there it's right there anyway. Imported by Stoller, Palestine, Illinois. 40% government warnings, because that's what we need. Alrighty. It's a taste. I'll give you a slow roll over that. If you want to slow it down and read through all that, that's all fine and dandy. We're going to go ahead and get a pour on. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. That is a brilliant, beautiful, crisp gold color. I do believe they called it, I don't remember exactly what they called it. I'll check it out here in just a moment. But we're going to break out Mr. Randy's handy dandy whiskey color scale. And off camera, I'm going to try and nail it down. I think a medium brown. Because I don't think it's quite deep brown, or it might just ring. I'd say probably between a medium and a deep brown. Medium brown, deep brown. What do they say? Burnt amber or golden amber, I think they said. Whatever. It's beautiful. We've looked at it. We're moving on to the nose. Oh, wow. That has a definitely... It's a very wild, crazy mixture of notes we're getting here. There is dark chocolate. Somebody said you're definitely going to pull out a lot of dark chocolate. I didn't get a whole lot of that off the rip, and we didn't do the rundown. I apologize. So for all the new viewers, let's do the rundown real quick. So we are here at part 2, but we do a 3-part series for a whiskey, wine, bottle, whatnot review. So part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, pour it in a glass, have my first impressions, and share them with you. Part 2, halfway down the bottle-ish, we're going to stop, leave whatever's left in there for a week, maybe 2, probably only 1. We don't know, because depending on which we're reviewing, how good it is, what I have left on the shelf, it might get rushed. I go on the internet, I find as much or as little as information as possible, and I bring it back to you here in what? No longer guaranteeing you under 10 minutes. Sorry. It is what it is. So we're going to discuss it. We'll review it. I'll rank it. We'll move on. Part 3, all the way down here, final pour, thusly named. We'll have the final pour, and we'll what? Compare it to the first pour and everything in between. So here we are, full review. Price, Mr. Randy paid just under $30 out the door in my local area, and that is standard. This was only found in one store. It is a chain store. It was a Specs. It was not found in my local Specs. I had to travel. But good news is, when I travel, I hit multiple tasks. I go to multiple stores, and I do lots of things. I'm very efficient, and I'm very effective. This is a 40% ABV. It has a 4-year statement. We did say it has 80% single grain while 20% single malt. It is ex-bourbon white oak barrels from Kentucky, but it does not disclose what distillery these were used at. Does anybody know? Do you know? Let me know in the comments. I couldn't even begin to guess. I know it's a good one. Whatever it is, it's a pretty good one. Because they really get some good, like, oak, creamy vanilla and caramel from that. Like, oh yeah, those. It's really good. The nose, yes, you're going to get dark chocolate. Coffee and burnt sugar, yes. I do get the coffee, dark chocolate, burnt sugar. It has a slight earthiness to it. Like good dirt, good earthy dirt. Cinnamon, I'm not sure if I get a whole lot of cinnamon. It says dry, dusty cinnamon sticks. I would say it's probably marrying very well with the other characters, but I can't quite pull that dry cinnamon stick out of there. You're definitely going to get chocolate and dark chocolate and coffee notes. Sweet caramel, burnt sugar. Oh yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get on the palette. That first palette out of the way. I actually have a very light pour on this one. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to call it too soon. So you know how it is. That first palette does not quite do it justice. So we're going to work that first paleting out of the way. I think we've covered just about everything there is to talk about this up into where we're at now. There's nothing really else to say. I'm trying to work this out as we work through the review. There's one thing I've yet to experience, and I'm going to see if it's there on this second palette. And then I'm going to let you take a look at the viscosity. It's not bad. Look at that. That's pretty good viscosity, I have to say. They're not big fat legs, but they are definitely well defined. Maybe the one thing I was looking for was what they kept saying, dry apple. I think maybe on the back end, you know, just as everything sort of dissipates, maybe you can get a little dry apple, but it's definitely creamy. And I think the viscosity and the oiliness of it definitely covers well and transfers well into the mouthfeel, where it gives you some creamy, some light sweetness. Yeah, it definitely has like a creamy and sweet. I don't know, the apple, maybe. It's kind of difficult. It might come out on the finish. I'm not getting coffee, but maybe the burnt sugar and the cinnamon and a little bit of dark chocolate from the nosing is definitely there on the palating. So let's go ahead and I guess finish this off with the finish. That's definitely a nice Irish. And for $30 out the door, I think we've already covered about 2 more aspects we haven't got to yet. So I guess we'll just knock it out of the park here. Buy again? Sure. I'd buy this again. If I was looking for a good Irish, like 30-ish out the door, bang, done. This does kind of topple a lot of other Irish that I've had on the channel. It's very nice. I keep thinking about that one, West Cork. That West Cork was nice, and it really took me by. I didn't like it too much off the rip. It got a heck of a lot better halfway, and it was amazing by the end of the bottle. That West Cork was nice. This is good too. This is really good too. And I really hope that a lot of these things that I've read online are going to be absolutely true about how it's supposed to be dry apple, creamy, that dark chocolate. All those characters are supposed to get really richer by the time you get to the bottom. And it's a shame that it has to wait till we get down there. My score on this, I'm going to give this a weak 4 out of 5. I think it's definitely better than a 3, but it's kind of straining to get high on that 4 level. That just might change when I get down to the final pour, but this is where we make our marks. A weak 4 out of 5. I think it's well earned. It's a very nice Irish whiskey, very nice, and it's under $30 out the door. 40% ABV. I think it's fine. I think maybe a 43 would be interesting to see this in a 43%. I have not seen any other variation to this. There's not a whole lot except for what I've already presented here today, which was a lot more than your average bottle. My fair price, I would say it's definitely worth more than what I paid. Probably 35-ish would be good. There's a lot of $35 to $40 bottles of Irish out there. Like the Dead Rabbit is coming down in price. It used to be like 40 something, higher, mid to high 40s. It's now about 40-ish and dropping still. I think one place I did see that that Dead Rabbit for about 38 something. But that's really spicy. The Dead Rabbit is a spicy one. This is more of a mellow, sweet, creamy type of Irish whiskey. If that's your jam, let us know in the comments. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. This was definitely a good one.